question. As a very hands-on college and curriculum, how would you as a senator work with the dean of your college to ensure students are receiving as much of the same experience as they would normally during a COVID year?
Well, I would try to talk to my dean and figure out a way, I guess, for students, figure out what they really liked about in-person learning and how we can basically bring that same experience, not necessarily obviously in person, but that same idea, I guess, to an online platform. I think it is very important to figure out ways, I guess, to keep students engaged, because I feel like it's hard on an online platform to help students like feel engaged with classes. And so the one thing I want to be able to do is probably hold a lot of like online meet and greets, help students get to know each other a little bit more, figure out, I guess, opportunities available. And especially since CABNR is, like you said, very hands-on, we have a lot of research going on. So one thing I want to be able to do is hold little mini meet and greets where students can come get to know each other, talk about, possibly meet people and gain connections that they would usually be able to do in person, but in an online format now, where they can, I guess, share their love for research and science in CABNR, and I guess bring back up that not necessarily hands-on experience, obviously, since it's online, but really bring back up that sense of cooperation that you normally would have had in an in-person environment.
Thank you for your answer. Again, I offer a 30-second rebuttal.
No rebuttal.
All right, sounds good. We will now move into audience questions. Again, we will be operating under the same format in terms of 1 minute, 30 seconds, and the optional 30-second rebuttal. We'll move into the first question. What would you want to write as your first piece of legislation?
So my first piece of legislation, I really want to be able to, I guess, work on the research project that I have planned. And the way I want to do that is by, I guess, providing researchers, like I said before, an opportunity for them to discuss what's going on in their current research. And so one of the things that I want to be able to do is tackle this issue where research is not as represented across campus whatsoever. I feel like it's so hard to figure out, like UNR has such important research going on and a lot of students do not know about it. So one of the first legislation I want to be able to write is something that will, I guess, bring this awareness of the research going on campus, and I guess give more opportunities and explore more opportunities for researchers to engage with the students, because I feel like they really do not have as much of an opportunity at all. I think the only way they have that is through seminars, which students cannot access easily, especially if they don't know about it. And so, yeah.
Thank you for your response. Again, I offer a 30-second rebuttal.
No rebuttal.
All right, sounds good. And I turn off my mic for no reason. I apologize for that. We move on to the next student question. What are some contemporary issues with CABNR that you feel need to be addressed?
So one thing that I feel like there's a big issue with in CABNR is, I guess, not providing enough resources to students to be able to stand out as medical school applicants. And this partly was the basis for my one of the goals that I had to bring this pre-med mentoring program to light. I think students just really need more opportunities to be able to stand out as good candidates. And I feel like CABNR is such a med-based college, since that's one of the highest, I guess, population of students pre-meds. And I feel like they don't get enough resources at all to help stand out. So I think that's something that CABNR can work on, and I plan to fix that with my pre-med mentoring program. I also think, as I mentioned before, that research is not spread out to the students enough as it should be. I know that my Professor Domke, she's like the head of the biochemistry department. She has to like send out Zoom links for seminars going on that I feel like undergraduate students do not have access to without her. And I feel like I want to be able to bring this awareness of the seminars and the research going on in CABNR to light, because I feel like it's such a shame that we were not able to bring that awareness out at all. And a lot of students do not know about some of the phenomenal research going on in CABNR.
All right, thank you for the question. We will wrap up with these two last questions from the audience, and then we'll move on to our last section. So thank you everyone who has submitted a question. These will be the last two. As a freshman, how have you gained the experience to make yourself a good candidate for senator?
So I think I've gained a lot of experience in my executive internship. I was lucky enough to be mentored by President Hall, and I have shadowed her on multiple occasions. And so I've really been able to see the inner workings of ASUN in a way that I feel like especially during the COVID-19 pandemic and during the online platform, I never would have before. And so that's why I think I have like the best, I guess, knowledge of ASUN in a way that I think I can represent students, because I have this experience and because I've worked with someone who has shadowed me in the best way possible and prepared me for the position in the best way possible. And I feel like I have been able to, since I've shadowed her on multiple meetings, I've seen like the way, the Senate runs, and yeah.
I was muted again. I apologize. Thank you for your response. Again, I offer a 30-second rebuttal.
No rebuttal.
All right, moving on to our last audience question for the night for the College of CABNR. Given that many students' mental health has been one of the biggest issues during COVID, how will you ensure that you have a tangible plan to tackle this?
The one way I want to ensure that I have a tangible plan to tackle the issue of mental health on campus is by trying to raise engagement. I feel like a lot of students, as we've all seen, aren't engaged enough, whether it's in the classes or even during like past sessions, students do not participate. And I want to be able to, I guess, bring this appreciation for things that are still happening right now. I know we've lost so much during this pandemic, but I feel like that still shouldn't mean that we are losing hope for a way to, I guess, foster this environment of cooperation. And so one thing I want to do is raise awareness of mental health issues that are happening on campus because of the pandemic, and show students that they're not alone. And possibly, as I've said before, I want to do little meet and greets where students can get to know each other, because I think, if you do a meet and greet and students attend, their intention is to meet new people. And so that's one of the best ways I think we can tackle that. So students, I guess, do not feel so isolated, from the normal university